Hello there, Mindsetters, grade 11s. It is your time. Wednesday is, and you're still hanging out with Looney and Lulu. How are you doing?
All right, and yourself, hello grade 10s. I'm sure you're still here for a reason.
Yes, because right now we have our first lucky draw for the Learn Extra exam marathon competition. So I'm gonna walk. Watch me while I walk.
Watch you while you walk. Walk it, girl. Oh, can I hold one?
Okay,
Which one can I hold? I want to hold.
You hold, because I want to hold
I've
this
got
one.
the present.
So this is what we're giving away, guys. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8. And we're gonna shake, shake, shake. Let's shake.
How come I get the light thing and you get the heavy thing?
Because this is the precious prize.
I can shake so much.
Okay, let's. Okay. Are you ready?
No, you can't look.
Okay, I won't look.
Yeah,
I won't. Okay, let's go. Back to back.
You got to put your hand in there. Let go. Shake it. Stir it around, girl.
Okay.
Stir it around.
Okay.
Bring out a name.
Okay. Whew. And
Seesaw. Seesaw, that's you. Give me a few minutes. I will find out exactly. But
Of
Seesaw is the
course.
winner.
of course. Okay.
What do you think?
Seesaw. That's what
Seesaw.
it says.
If there's a lot of seesaws, but you better start praying that we've got down to one. So I'm going to find out exactly which one it is,
Yes.
right? And then we'll get back to you.
Yes, guys. And
Okay, so-
congratulations. You've won yourself this. I'm so jealous. But really, congratulations.
If you do feel like giving it to us, though,
Feel free to just.
exactly.
Yes.
Especially that 100 Rand gift voucher when
Yes.
they can download
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Wait. Let me just stand here. Facebook.com/Learn Extras, where you can get me on Facebook, sorry. Twitter, our handle is @Learn Extra. And remember, you can download the show notes, the videos, and the schedules on Learn Extra. I see right today. /live. I will post everything on our Facebook page. So, Llewellyn.
Shake it. Check how she leaves us with a style. That chick's hot. Woo. Now, we are going to do exam questions. Now, we're going to go through it. I'm going to help. I'm going to try my best to make you understand it. Now, with the grade 10s a few minutes ago, what I did was, without them even knowing, I went along and I made mistakes. On purpose, of course. I made mistakes. People in SMS, they came on Facebook and said, hold on, whoa, that's not how it's done. This is wrong, that is wrong. At least I know you guys are thinking and you're on your toes, so beware. Trust me, I'm doing it for a reason. Okay, concentrate and make sure you stay with us. Right, here we go. Biodiversity of plants and animals. This becomes a difficult section. Right, so let's have a look. Here we go. Now, what I've done is I've put a couple of multiple choice questions, right? Put a couple of multiple choice questions. I've put a couple of long questions. So make sure you understand it. I'm going to show you how to answer it because it's multiple guess, right? Which you know, you guess the answers, you guys. I never do. I think about it. I'll show you how to think about it properly. Right, so here we go. Question 1.1.1. Which of the following is not... Oof. When it starts off that I can't get the color to write, then you know, right? Is not. Can you see how it's in capital? Means it's not part of it. Right, so here we go. Is not applicable for viruses. Okay, so let's go through it carefully. Number A, they are living cells which are parasites. Okay, they could be parasites, they could be living. Wait. Next one, they cause disease. Yeah, so that's got to be true. Okay, next one, they are the simplest known organisms. I'll get back to you on that one, definitely. Next one, they have the ability to reproduce. Oh, of course. I mean, that's why we get sick, because they reproduce a lot quicker. Right, next one. They cause disease. Of course they cause disease. That's why they're a virus. We know this. Okay, so it's between the top two. They are living cells, which are parasites, and they are the simplest known organisms. Hold on. Hit the brakes there. The simplest known organism in my case, and the one I've learnt about, and the one in your textbooks, and the one you know, and the one Looney's going to guess, right, is your... Tell me.
Bacteria.
Clever girl, bacteria. Wow. So it can't be that one. So it says here, which of the following is not applicable? They are living cells which are parasites. Hold on. Some of you have said no, but they're dead cells. They're not cells. They're not classified as living. Prove it. Okay? That is the problem. I've got a friend that says that bacteria are living, and I say they're non-living. Who's right? They can't say whether they're right or wrong. Okay? Some say it's living, some say it's not living, so that answer is not going to help you, right? So I can say they do that. So the answer to this whole thing is definitely that one. C is the correct answer. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Ooh, look at that cool thing. Hey? Look at that. Okay, does that remind you of something? And no, it's not what you think. Right.
What am I thinking?
This is a bacteria, right? That's a bacteria, right? And it swims, right? And it's so cool. Now, what they're doing is they say the next questions, 1.1.2 and 1.1.3, are based on this thing. Okay, so make sure you keep your eyes on it at all times. Here we go. The function of the part labeled A is. A. This is A. This is A. Now, Looney, if I had to ask you, just by looking at that, what do you think A is for? Take a guess. Remember, I haven't given the answer. So take a guess.
A ringworm, a worm,
Okay,
some type
so you
of
reckon
worm.
it's a worm, so what do you think that does? What
A
is it?
is the tail.
And what does the tail do? What does the tail do?
It wags.
It wags if we look at dogs.
Yes.
But if I look at a crocodile, what does the tail do?
It goes like this.
And why does it do that?
For protection?
To swim.
Oh, really?
To swim. Okay, so let's have a look at it. The function of A. Movement. Is it there for movement? Could be.
Okay.
Right? Feeding. No, seriously. It's not for feeding. Definitely not. Reproduction? No. Definitely not. And food storage. It could be food storage. I mean, it's a little extra piece. It is for food. Could be for food storage. But we know for a fact that it is movement. Okay, that thing, that flagella moves like this in the water, and it pushes or propels this thing forward. Right, so that is cool. That is one of the coolest things about bacteria. Right, next thing. The visible, I love this piece because people don't listen and don't read. Okay, this is the important piece. Visible. You can see it in the diagram. Okay, the visible features that enable us to classify this bacteria as prokaryotic. Prokaryotic. Let's go back up there. Visible. What do you see there? Because I'm sure it's got closer. What do I see? Okay, I'm not looking at that because there's two types of cells. You get the U and the pro, right? And they say that this is prokaryotic. Why would you say that? Okay, I'm having a look. It's missing this thing that does this. Right around it. Can you see it? It has got that. And that is your chromatin network. But what is not around it? Okay, there's not a nuclear membrane around it. So it doesn't have a clear nuclear membrane. So it hasn't got a nucleus. And that's what makes it. Okay, cell wall. No. Absence of true nucleus. Definitely. Storage granules. No. And flagellum. No, it's got that. So that is the real answer. Not that, not that, not that. Okay, so you understand? You see how I'm breaking everything down nice and easy and simply. Right. And now the next one. Bacteria, right? Bacteria is a pathogen because they what? Okay, they are a pathogen. Okay, they're prokaryotic. Okay, that means they don't have a nucleus, a true nucleus. Could be, I don't know. Live symbiotically in the intestines of mammals. Symbiotically. Okay, let's have a look. It's parasitism, commensalism, and mutualism. All three of those are symbiotically, so maybe, it could work. Some are bad, some are good, some help us, some don't. Feed on dead organisms is the next one. Okay, here we go. feed on dead organisms. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry, I forgot C out. Yeah, D, cause diseases. Okay, so let's see. Prokaryotic, live symbiotically in the intestines of mammals, cause disease, and feed on dead organisms. I would definitely go with B there. Happy 100%. I am happy with B. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Now, if I carry on, let's go to the next question. The cell wall of fungi. So here we go. The cell wall of fungi are mainly composed of. Mainly composed of. In other words, it's made. Okay, it's made. The cell wall is made up of this, or mostly made up of this. Now, if I have a look at it, what makes fungi different to all other cells? Remember, all cells have cellulose in it. Okay? Peptin, not a chance. Lignin is that stuff they pump into the cell wall to make it thick and solid, if you remember. Right? Makes it thick, strong. If they put it in the corners, it's parenchyma. If they put it right round, it's sclerenchyma. And they pack it full. Right? Then we've got the last one, chitin. Or chitin, like some people say. Okay? Chitin. Now, chitin is what, plus other substances, make the fungi cell wall. Okay? So it's a nice, strong, solid cell wall. Okay, now, are you all with me? Are we getting there? Do you understand this? That's the main questions. Let's carry on. A jellyfish, that brother, jellyfish. You all seen a jellyfish, right? That thing that lands on the seabed on the shore at times, and it's like jelly. It's cool, right? Belongs to the phylum Cnidaria. Okay, so it belongs to a specific phylum. Can you remember those phylums? It was very easy in the beginning. Okay, because it has. People try and trick you. People try and trick you. Here we go. An exoskeleton made of chitin, so it's nice and hard and solid, right? No. I mean, a jellyfish is soft and jelly-like. That's why it's a jellyfish, right? So it's not hard. That's the first thing. Okay? Fluid-filled, coelom that forms a hydrostatic skeleton. Now, if you remember, hydrostatic skeleton is very important with us. We remember that Cnidaria definitely have a hydrostatic skeleton. Okay, so it could be B. Cool? Then we go to C, which is a fluid-filled gut and mesoglia that forms a hydrostatic skeleton. So there's your hydrostatic skeleton again, which means it could be that one. And no skeleton. No skeleton is very important. You've got to understand what no skeleton means. It means there's nothing there. No hydro, nothing. There's no skeleton. So that means there's nothing. And to me, that is wrong. It cannot be that. So it's between the two. Now remember, you've got to look at the next part of the question. So gut and coelom. Okay? Coelom and gut. Coelom is the main thing that gives it away. Remember, you first got your false coelom, which is pseudocoelomate, and that was your flatworm. Can you remember? And that comes way after the Cnidaria. Okay? And then you get your coeloms, which is us. Okay? So can it be this one? No, it hasn't got a coelom. Okay? So that's the part that's wrong. Okay? So the gut and the mesoglia is what the most important thing is. So that is right. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, you all with me? Now, concentrate. We're going to do one more. I think it's one more before we take a break. Okay, listen carefully. Now, characteristic of chordata is that the have a no coelom. A have a no coelom. I just told you. Coelom. What is a chordata, first of all? Chordata is got a backbone. Can you remember? Okay? So it's got a backbone. So are there a coelom? They have no coelom. Of course we have a coelom. We're higher than a flatworm. Okay? So they have that. Okay? Characteristics of the chordata is that. Here we go. Have mammary glands. Okay? Have mammary glands. Yes, I've got mammary glands. Okay? Because I can produce milk. But Does a snake, how about a snake? Let's use a snake. Has a snake got a backbone?
Backbone.
Yes.
A snake.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
There we go, good girl. So it's yes, right? Does a snake have mammary glands? No. Okay. Diploblastic, only got 2 cells. No, I've got a lot more. And lastly, have bilateral symmetry. Okay, bilateral symmetry. So it cannot be that one. It cannot be that one, or should I say, yeah, can't be that one. It definitely cannot be diploblastic and bilaterally symmetrical. If I cut myself down the middle here, I'm whatever's on this side is identical to this side. Okay. Is there anything, did you got anything for me yet? Nothing.
We can take a break though. I'll show you during the break.
Oh, wait, before we go, because
Okay.
I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and,
Okay.
and I'm sorry, I can't do that anymore. Listen carefully. Before we go on to a break, I made sure, we just see where it is. Sure it's here, feeding. There we go. Ha! It is not B. You guys must think it's not B. It has to be cause diseases. That's what a pathogenic does, right? It causes diseases. Hopefully you guys have sent that through. Okay? I'll see you straight after this break.
All right. Mindset is we are going to take a break. After the break, I'll tell you how to enter the competition and you could be like Seesaw. So we'll see you straight after this. Welcome back, Mindsetters, from that break. Just to clarify, Seesaw, you have won yourself this awesome Samsung Galaxy Note
Still not fair.
8.0. There we go.
Still
This
not
is
fair.
your... No, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it's fine. So, Mindsetters, if you want to enter the competition, and you better, because look, Seesaw just won this, guys. You could also stand yourself a chance to win this. So all you need to do is download the show notes. I did post them on the Facebook page. Facebook.com/LearnExtra is our Facebook page. I posted the show notes. There is an entry form post on our Facebook page as well. You simply enter your race number. You'll find your race number. Last page of your notes, right at the bottom, there's a race number. Fill in your entry form, send in your race number. You'll be entered into a lucky draw and you could win this awesome Samsung Galaxy Note, just like Seesaw did. Okay, so it's as simple as that, Mindsetters. Just to show you, if you do have a premium smartphone from Samsung or a Samsung tablet, you can access the Learning Hub on your device. All you need to do is download the Learning Hub from your Samsung apps if you have a tablet, or from the Samsung Hub if you have a premium smartphone. And you get all this awesome Learn Extra exam revision and grade 11s. Please download this. It's for free. Some content is for free. Some is for like 8 Rand 37. Very reasonable prices, guys, and it will help you because we're running this race and we want you guys to be in matric next year. So we're all going to enter the competition. Yes, guys? Yes. So please enter, guys, so that you can stand yourself a chance to win this awesome device. I've been talking, so Lou is going to take it away.
She doesn't stop, does she? I think it's unfair that I didn't get one of those. You're lucky, Seesaw. And it's Seesaw from Clydesdale.
Clydesdale, yes.
From Clydesdale. You didn't give your
Congratulations.
surname. That's why it's from Clydesdale. And guess what? You don't have to stress. Really, you don't. I've got your number.
We're gonna call
so they're
you.
gonna phone you. So you stay by your phone.
Yes.
Seesaw from Clydesdale. You will get a call from us.
Yes.
Which is cool, hey?
Don't call us.
We'll call you.
We'll call you, sister.
You
Listen,
are
please.
lucky, and I'm impressed.
Yes.
Now, Looney didn't tell me if any of you got that other answer right that I was talking about.
I'm busy with the Samsung. I'm so attached.
She was busy. She was so determined to go get Seesaw the right one.
Yes.
And you know what? That's what makes us so special. Okay, but what makes me so special is that I can work. So which is cool. Hey, what do you
Always,
think?
always.
Okay, so let's see. Study the diagram and showing the parts of a fungus life cycle. Right. So it's quite cool. Then, study the diagram and answer the questions that follow. Okay, now, this is very cool because this here, if I remember, is very, very important. Okay, so it says there, name the parts A, B, and C. A, B, and C. So there's A, it's showing this big puffy stuff. Okay, then you get B, which is this long shaft, and then you get C, which are these little root-like structures type of thing. Okay, so can you remember it? Okay, let me see. I remember things like sporangiophore and sporangium, right? And what's the other one? Come on, rhizoid. That's the other one. Rhizoid. Can you remember which is which? Okay, write it down. A, B, C. Write it down. Write it down quickly. Let's see if you get it right. Okay, now let's have a look. Firstly, okay, your sporangium is the part right at the top. Okay, that's holding all the spores. Don't forget it. Then you've got the last one, your sporangiopore, which holds up the sporangium all up the top there. And of course, you've got your rhizoids, which are the fake roots. Okay, cool. You're with me there. So far, so good. Okay, let's have a look. Give 2 ways in which fungi can reproduce. 2 ways in which fungi reproduce. That's quite easy. Okay, now you remember that it's very low down. You get different types. You get your bacteria, can you remember? Then you get your viruses, right? Can you remember the bacteria? You get your viruses. Now, it's not part of the classification. So let me put it right. You get your fungi, you get your protista, you get your animalia, you get your plantista, and you get one more. Okay? Now, the fungi we've dealt with. Now we're talking, the fungi we're busy dealing with. Now, fungi is very cool. They can reproduce 2 ways. Us as humans, yeah, this brother here, this amazing beast. Hey, what do you think?
Of course, always.
No, she better say that. This amazing beast, okay, this man can only reproduce 1 way. Thank goodness. Right? Otherwise, I would have millions of kids running around. Okay? I can only produce 1 way, and that is sexually. When it comes to fungi, they can do it both, asexually and sexually, because they need it. Depends if they need to do it in favorable or non-favorable conditions. Right, so let's see if that's what the answer is. Plain and simple, sexually and asexually. I'm sure you guys have got that right very, very quickly. Now, let's carry on. Give 3 reasons why fungi, so 3, you see how they bold everything to catch your eyes and your attention, because you guys will put 1 down. Concentrate. Okay, so give 3 reasons why fungi are biologically important. Why fungi are biologically important. So why do we need them? Okay, let's see. Looney, my sweetie pie.
Oh no.
Whenever I say that, you breathe.
Yeah, hey, yeah, it's tough.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me 1 reason why fungi is so important.
Why fungi?
Yeah, fungi.
I don't know.
Should I give her a clue?
Please.
Okay, little clue.
Yes.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms is a fungi. Okay, what do we do with mushrooms?
We eat them.
Ah, there's the nice one. For food. So we eat it. You see, you do know things.
I tried.
It's just putting them in funny ways. Right. So fungi can be eaten. Okay, where do you find fungi? Okay, you normally find it. Let's see, how am I going to explain this? Dead decaying matter. You normally find it. They help with decomposing, right? Decomposing. So that's the next one. What else do you think we can use it for? Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. They serve as food for humans. Okay, very simple. They play a role in decomposers. Okay, they break down dead decaying matter. In other words, if they weren't there, right, we would have dead bodies just lying there. Hey, how nice would that be?
Not too nice.
Right? Okay, so that's not good. Okay, that means if we went and dug up a body from 1444, right, he'd still be lying perfectly preserved in it.
No,
I'm not happy with that.
No.
Right, there we go. Medical value used to produce antibiotics. Oh, that is a big thing, right? Your antibiotics, when you are sick and you go to the doctor, right, and you take antibiotics to kill a virus. Yes? Yeah. Antibiotics to kill a virus. Okay. Now that antibiotics comes from this this fungus, right? That's cool. Okay. Antibiotics to kill a virus. Now next one, used in baking and brewing in industries. Ah, bread. I love bread. I'm not eating it, but I love cake. Hey, what do you think?
Oh, cake. Chocolate cake.
Oh, chocolate
Oh,
cake.
the best.
Oh, wait. Wine. Hey, your dad, mom. What? Your dad. Wine for the mom.
And beer for the dad.
Rugby game, a bit of beer. That comes from brewing, right? So that is right. Okay, so that is what we use it for. Oh, and by the way, just to help you out, I hope you're sending her all the stuff that I'm getting wrong. Have they given you anything yet?
I'm just replying to the live messages.
Guys, just for the record, antibiotics does not kill viruses. It kills bacteria. You stay on your toes. Okay, now, here we go. So, next question. Give 2 examples of fungal diseases in plants. So, plants. Now, do not think that fungi is only on us. Okay, now, I'm sorry. I really am. Okay? You've got to know this off by heart. There's no way of explaining it to you. You have to know them. Simple. They wanted 2. I've given you quite a few. For example, rust on plant. Now, you're going to tell me that, hello, that is ridiculous. There is. They call it rust on plants because it gets like a reddish color over the leaves, right? So, it's called rust or blight, okay? That's one of the big things that happens to plants, okay? The next one, pull this down, I'm going to give myself a bit of space here, is ergot, okay? The next one is black rot. I'm sure you can put black rot. You can picture that in your head. Can you, Looney? Black. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Picture black rot on the leaves.
On leaves.
What does it look like?
Oh, not a great sight.
No, it's rot leaves. It's black.
Yeah.
It's simple. Okay, cool. And then scab. Okay, that's another one. You have to know these off by heart. Guys, I can't do anything else. Write them down, know them off by heart. Okay, now, if I go to the next one, oh, wrong way. I need to calibrate my board, yeah, before the next time I see you. Okay, here we go. Did I finish that other one? Yes, that's it. Next one, learners. So in other words, you over there, can you see yourself? Go like this. You, yes, want to investigate the effects of different antibiotics on the growth of certain bacteria species. Okay, you guys, we used to do this. This is quite cool though, but you can't actually do it anymore because it's not very good. Okay, but what they do is they set up a nutritious agar. Now I'll explain what an agar is just now. Okay, in a display thing, right? And what they do is they place it in a sterilized place or disc containing 3 different antibiotics. I'll show you the picture now. And then they recorded their results and they came up with certain things. Now, can you see? That is what the things look like. Okay. Now, the little dots, these little white dots here are bacteria. Okay. This, where it says 1, 2, and 3, is where they put the antibiotics on that. Okay. And inside here, this black area that's in between every single dot is got agar. Now, agar, it's like a jelly-like substance. And all it does is it gives food to the plant, or to the bacteria, should I say. Okay, so it feeds the bacteria. So let's go to the questions. Okay, let's have a look at it. What is an antibiotic? What is an antibiotic? Okay, it is a chemical substance that actually breaks down or kills the bacteria, but it also stops them from reproducing. That's a big thing. Okay, so it kills them and preventing them from reproducing. Because if you think about it, if they cannot reproduce, they cannot make you sick. And then we get rid of them, and that's the whole point. Okay, I mean, if you kill one, but you make another one and kill one and make another one, it doesn't help. You get what I'm trying to say. So what they do is they kill them and stop them from making another one. And that's what antibiotics does, and that's how it kills the bacteria. Okay? That's the first thing. Next one. Okay, what is the function of the agar plate? The function of the agar plate is to make the bacteria look beautiful, right? And make it stand out. Am I right, Lily?
Yes.
See, she's not listening. She's just, yes. She thinks that I'm just going to...
Thing is, I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I'm so sorry.
Just focus on this. This is why I play for you, right? Agar is a food substance, right? It's nutritionist. It gives the bacteria its nutrition that it needs. Can you remember me telling you that? Okay, let's see. They provide the bacteria with its nutrition for growth. It's got to grow. It's got to grow. Very, very, very important. Okay, next one. Mention one precaution that the learner would have to take to ensure that the results are valid. Now, this is very, very, very important. Okay, it's very important, but I want you to think about it. So what I think is, I think I need a break. You need a break. Stretch, wake up, do it all, right? And when we come back from the break, I'm going to tell you what I think. But I want you to think about it. What does this learner have to do to make sure that this experiment is accurate or valid? Okay?
All right. Mindset is you think about that. Just to clarify something, guys. A lot of you are panicking now. Siso has won. It's over. It's not over, guys. We still have 8 more Samsung devices to give away. We're giving away 9. Yes. 8 more. So we will have lucky draws in the nearest future. Don't you panic, guys. It is not the end of the competition. We will tell you when it's the end. So keep on entering. Ask your mother, your father, your cousins, everybody to enter, because we haven't closed the competition. It is not over. We still have the competition going on. And remember, you can only enter once, so you can ask your other family members to support you in the entering as well. So we'll see you straight after the break. Welcome back, Mindsetters, from that break. Reading some of your guys' comments on the page. Wow. Anyway, quick shout out to Semakaleng, Adelisi, Shikash, Priska, Tokozani, Gift, Gratitude, Nelly, Vincent, and Jonah. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And yes, I'll leave it at that. I will not comment any further. Thank you so much for hitting us up on Facebook. Llewellyn.
Semakaleng, that's it, hey? My brother, you are so right. If she came with the prizes, I promise you, the whole world would go for it. Definitely, am I right, Lily?
Why the exposure now?
Look at that. You know what? She's just blushed like you have
And
no
my
idea. She's beautiful. You are so right. Now,
oh gosh.
did you sit down? I got a couple of answers. One of the answers was, one of the things was, do the experiment over and over and over and over again. Yes, that's a nice one. It normally happens with a lot of other things. But with this one of the most important things are, who got it right? Can you remember, Looney, that I spoke to you?
The agar plates must be sterile and the same amount of agar plates. That's one.
Very nice.
That is
Gatsby
Chilwani.
Say that again?
Gatsby Chilwani. Gatsby.
Gatsby, I like Gatsby.
Yeah.
Right, Gatsby, you are so right. It's got to be sterile. Why do we want it sterile? We want a specific bacteria. No other bacteria. A certain bacteria. Very, very important. So we need to sterilize it. Okay, so let's bring that down and let's have a look at it. Okay, we need to sterilize, make sure the agar plates are set up in a sterilized condition. Very, very important. And then to make sure that the agar plates are not contaminated with other bacteria and fungi. So if it's sterilized, they're not going to have different bacteria, different fungi. So you're going to get a specific bacteria. For example, if I wanted to have a look at Streptococcus bacteria, right? And I put that in this agar plate. If I put something else in there, maybe this antibiotic won't work for it. Okay, they're only looking at streptococcus, for instance, and they're seeing how streptococcus or this antibiotics affects streptococcus. Right, you with me? And you should know what streptococcus means because it's very important. Okay, now, which factors would the learners have kept constant during the investigation? Which one would you keep constant? Okay, because think about it. What happens if you're very cold or if you're very hot, right? It's all different. So what you need to do, first of all, is temperature. And second of all, I want you to think very carefully. What about food and nutrients? Why do bodybuilders eat so much food? They want to get big and strong, right? All these people that eat very little food, they lose weight and get smaller, okay? So here we go. This is very important, okay? What they do is you got to keep all the plates at the same temperature. Very, very, very important. You've got to be at the same temperature. Next, what? You got to ensure that the plates had the same amount of nutrition and the same concentration. In other words, however much nutrients is in the one must be in the other. They've got to be identical. So in other words, make the agar one together and put the same amount. Measure the amount that you're going to put in. Weigh it. Make sure it's the right amount. Then you can make sure that it's more valid. Right. Next. Come on. Use the information in the diagram to describe the results of the investigation. Okay, let's pull that up there. It's always good to see this thing. Okay, where'd you go? There we go. Now, if I have a look at that, so look with me. Okay, you can have a good look. There is 3. I told you about it. Right. Now, if I have a look, this one, number 1, has got this big empty space. So let me see if I can change colors here. I like to get a different color. This space here. Okay, you see that's empty. Okay, let's have a look. Here, is there any empty space? Just, yeah, very little. Okay, this one, look at all this space. All this space. Okay, so that tells me, just by looking at that, simple and easy. Number 1, is it working? Of course it's working. There's a little space here. It's killed. It had killed all this part where the pink is. All that bacteria that was there, it's killed it off. Okay? It's killed it, which means it's moving back. It's not happy with staying there. Here in number 2, is it actually doing anything? No. Maybe the bacteria hasn't reached there yet. The bacteria is right against the antibiotic. So that's not going to kill them, right? And if we have a look at the number 3, it's killed a lot. In actual fact, it started going in between as well. Okay? So it's killing a lot of bacteria. Okay? That's very, very important. So let's have a look at what we said. Okay, antibiotic 3 is the most effective, right? It's killed the most or destroyed the bacteria. Okay, number 2 was inefficient or inactive. It did not do anything. Okay, this is how they tested which antibiotic to give you for which bacteria, right? And then the last thing, antibiotic 1, fairly effective. It works. It's not that bad. It works. So it's not too bad. Okay, so that's the important part. Now, if I go to the next thing. Oh, here we come with this. Study the diagram and illustrate different plants and animals and answer the questions that follow. You know, when it comes to plants and you all go, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, if I have a look at that, just quick, I know for a fact, moss, very simple. Fern, it's a little bit more complex, right? The pine, a little bit more complex, and the flowering plant, it's the most complex plant. Okay, now, the question is, the first one, identify the group to which each of the above plants belong. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, let's see if we can remember this. I've got bryophyta, I've got pteridophyta, I've got gymnosperms, and I've got angiosperms. Can you remember those names, Lini? Oh, you were here when I taught this section.
Which section?
The different plants. Bryophyte, pteridophyte, angiosperm, and gymnosperm.
Are you sure it wasn't Megan?
Looney, I will never forget you, my sweetheart.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, my girl. So let's have a look. Okay, the first one, moss, is a bryophyte. The next one, pteridophyte. Can you see it? That's a pteridophyte. Okay, then you get gymnosperms or cone-bearing plants, and then the last one, angiosperms, which means flowering plants. You all with me? You all with me? That's it. That's how we're going to do this. Nice, simple, easy. Now they're going to ask you questions about this. So you've got to know your stuff. Which of the four groups identified in question 4.1? Okay? A. So we're going to have a look at it. Firstly, are dependent on water for fertilization. Ooh. Okay? Water is used for fertilization. Okay? The more complex you become, you want to make sure that you don't have to rely on anything. You want to become as self-sufficient as possible. Okay? So if I have a look at it, the two that we don't have, or the ones, for 2 marks, it's going to be 2. Okay? The two that we're looking for, you can either put the name, right, or the letter. Okay, so letter. So you've got, for example, here I go. Okay, it could either be, okay, it can be the fern, it can be the the moss, the bryophyte, or A, and it can be pteridophyte, the fern, or B. Okay, so it's either this answer, you don't have to put all of them, or this answer, or this answer. That's for 1. The second mark, it's either pteridophyte, it's either ferns, or it's B. Any one of those could get you. Okay, so if you said bryophyte and pteridophyte, that's 2 marks. If you said moss and fern, 2 marks. If you said A and B, 2 marks. But you can't say A and moss. It's the same thing. You're just putting it out there. Right, okay, so we all understand where I'm coming from. Okay, the next one. Produces seeds for reproduction. Okay. Does the cones bear seeds? Oh, yes. Okay, they definitely bear fruit. Oh, bear seeds. And what about these guys? Okay, the angiosperms. Do they produce seeds? Do they produce seeds, the angiosperms? Yeah, angiosperms. Look carefully. Do they produce seeds? Yes. How do you know that? Because when you eat an apple, what do you find inside?
Seed.
A seed. Very nice. See, Looney can be taught. Hey? Okay, so which produces seeds? There it is, the gymnosperms and the angiosperms. Or C, right? Okay, very simple. And now we go to the next one. Mention 3 similar structures. Yeah, mention 3. Have you noticed they're highlighting it again? 3 similar structures, adaptations of the prothallus in the fern and the gametophyte in the moss, which make them to be poor adapted to terrestrial life. So you've got to have a look at what makes them not so good. Okay, let's have a look. What is so special about them? They haven't got true root stems and leaves. Remember? You've got rhizoids and all of that stuff, right? Okay, what about, they don't have transport tissue or connective tissue. They don't have xylem. They don't have phloem. Can you remember all of this? Okay, those are the important things. Okay, so if I have a look at it, okay, they've got no true root stems or leaves. Okay, they've got no conducting tissue, right? Xylem, phloem. Okay, they got no stomatas. Okay, now remember, stomata is very important in the leaf. It does it does what's its pressure that evaporates, transpiration, right? Which pulls up water from the roots. It also helps with that, right? They've got rhizoids. Okay, and lastly, no cuticles, so they can lose water very, very easily, which is not a good thing. You with me so far? Okay, now, all in all, we cool, we happy. Now, question 5. The diagram below shows the phylogenetic, it's going to be a long day, the phylogenetic tree of different animals. Study the diagram. So we're going to have a look at the diagram and we're going to answer the questions that follow. So always read that carefully, just in case. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Oh, hopefully you can see it. Here we got Porphyria, we've got Cnidaria, we've got Platyhelminthes, we've got nematodes, we've got mollusks, we've got annelids, we've got arthropods, we've got a big word. It's called, loony. Come here.
You see now.
Come.
Ay, disaster. Okay, yes.
That one.
What? Echino?
Yeah.
Echinodermata.
That's a good girl. Echinodermata. It's a big word, right? So we've got echinodermata and then we got chordata. Okay, so those are the main things, okay? Here they say present day phylum. Okay, now, if we have a look at it, let's study the picture. And we got no body cavity over here. We got radial symmetry over here. We got pseudocoelomate. Okay, we got true tissue, bilaterally symmetrical. We've got coelom. We've got protosomes. We got segmentation. And we got a big word, it's written over, but it doesn't matter. And then it's segmentation again. Okay, so it's just big words. Now, let's see what we can do with it. Okay. Now, according to the phylogenetic tree, which group was the ancestors of the animal kingdom? Which is the beginning part? It's very simple. There it is. Ancestors of everything would be your protistas. Simple. Right? Easy and simple. Right. Want to get through this because there's something special happening just now. Hey, what do you think?
Of course there is.
Of course there is. How many animal phylums are shown in the tree above? Now, that's not difficult. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's that many. There's 9. So that's cool. There we go. Let's carry on. The first major split in the animal kingdom was into radial and bilateral symmetry. Which phylum does not form part of the split? So let's have a look here. Radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. There's the one, there's the other. What is this one? If I go up, it is your Porphyria. Let's have a look. Porphyria is the answer. Right, Porphyria is the one that was not part of that group. And how do I know that? Because Porphyria is not radial symmetry, it's not bilaterally symmetrical, it is asymmetry. Okay, next one. Which phylum has radial symmetry? Let's go up. Radial symmetry, there it is. And if I go up to it, it's your Cnidaria. Cnidaria. Can you see how easy these things come along? Okay, it's very, very, very important. Okay, Cnidaria is the radial symmetry. Okay, now, which phylum has no body cavities? Has no body cavities. Body cavities, body cavities, body cavity. If I have a look at it, which does not have body cavities? Okay, so let's see. This one, first of all, okay, that is a false coelom. So coelom has got a cavity. Can you remember? Okay, so anything from here has got a cavity. Yes, cool. Now, that leaves the two of these. The two of them. Okay, now let's just make sure we've got this question right. Which phylum has no body cavities? Now me, I would definitely go with, what's the name? So, Okay, hold on.
Got that special person on the line.
Hold on, guys. Here we go. Let's
Hello, Seesaw.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thanks. You won!
I'm so happy.
I'm
Oh
so
my
glad. It's so nice
gosh.
to hear your
Hello
voice.
there.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, it's so good. You sound like you're jumping over the moon.
Are you
Okay.
jumping up and down? Let me show you what you've won, Seesaw.
Now,
Let me
have
show
a
you.
good look because
Let
I'm gonna
me
come
open
stand
this
here.
for you.
But
I'm
Looney,
fine,
let
thank you.
let me help you here.
There
I hope
you
you're
go.
watching TV as you're doing
Okay,
this.
are
huh?
you watching your screen?
I'm very happy.
Are you watching
Very
the
happy.
screen, Seesaw?
Are you watching your screen, Seesaw?
Yes, I'm watching.
Okay.
This is
and
what you have
now.
won. This
Look at
is
this.
yours. This
That
is all
is
yours.
gorgeous.
Oh,
And that's the one. So when you get it,
yes, I'm watching it now.
I've given it a kiss,
Mwah.
Looney's given it a kiss, and that is your one. So we've given you a lot of love.
Congratulations, Seesaw. You sound so happy.
I'm very happy to hear from you.
I
And
would like to thank my Mindset
you want to
Yes.
sing? You want to thank?
and Samsung also and the Mindset crew.
Oh, thank you so much for entering, Seesaw.
Thank you very much.
And are you
Alright.
learning something at least? Hello?
Seesaw?
Seesaw?
Hello, I'm still here.
Are you learning something, my boy? Are you enjoying mindset?
Yes, I'm enjoying this.
What
Oh.
grade are you in, Seesaw?
I am in grade 10.
Oh,
so you saw me
awesome.
2
You're
seconds
still going
ago.
to be
Yes,
a
I'm
mindsetter
very
for years
learning.
then.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
so glad.
well done, Seesaw. Send
No,
some
that's
shout outs,
great,
Seesaw.
Are you in grade 10? It's very nice. Now, Seesaw,
Send
give me
us
a
some
big
shout outs. Send
shout-out.
shout outs to
And
your friends, to
I'm
everyone.
watching it with my family.
Okay, send shout outs to your family.
Thank you.
No,
Oh,
say it. Say,
say,
who do you want to
say.
say
Who do you
thank
want
you
to say hi
and
to?
hello to, and maybe you got a girlfriend or a couple of friends at school, and let's hear it.
Say
What do
hi
you
to
have?
all your friends.
I'd like to first give a shout out to my brother who
Yes.
is watching it right now. Mindset. Also, I'd like to say hi to all my friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, my grandmother.
Okay, thank you so much, Seesaw. Goodbye and congratulations, okay?
I'm very happy to hear from you, and you keep this up. Hey, you study nice and hard for me.
Thank you.
Bye,
Okay,
Seesaw.
cheers.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, hey?
Now, guys, please don't forget you got to enter the competition, hey? Don't leave it. Go in. You see how happy it is. Right, so, guys, I will see you soon, hey? Looney?
Yes, thank you
All
so
yours.
much to Lou for giving us a great lesson. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to enter. You can also win yourself this awesome baby and many, 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 many more. Thank you so much to Samsung for sponsoring us with this competition. You guys are awesome. All the best for your exams. We love you. Goodbye.
Bacteria are living, and I say they're non-living. Who's right? They can't say whether they're right or wrong. Okay? Some say it's living, some say it's not living, so that answer is not going to help you, right? So I can say they do that. So the answer to this whole thing is definitely that one. C is the correct answer. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Ooh, look at that cool thing. Hey? Look at that. Okay, does that remind you of something? And no, it's not what you think. Right.
What have I? Okay,
This
never
is
mind.
a bacteria, right? That's a bacteria, right? And it swims, right? And it's so cool. Now, what they're doing is they say the next questions 1.1.2 and 1.1.3 are based on this thing. Okay, so make sure you keep your eyes on it at all times. Here we go. The function of the part labeled A is. A. This is A. This is A. Now, Looney, if I had to ask you, just by looking at that, what do you think A is for? Take a guess. Remember, I haven't given the answer. So take a guess.
A ringworm, a worm,
Okay,
some
so
type
you
of
reckon
worm.
it's a worm, so what do you think that does? What
A
is it?
is the tail.
And what does the tail do? What does the tail do?
It wags.
Oh, that's you. Give me a few minutes. I will find out exactly. But
Of
Seesaw's
course.
the winner.
Of course. Okay,
What do you think?
Seesaw. That's what it
Seesaw.
says.
If there's a lot of seesaws, but you better start praying that we've got down to one. So I'm going to find out exactly which one it is,
Yes.
right? And then we'll get back to you.
Yes, guys, and
Okay, so-
congratulations. You've won yourself this. I'm so jealous. But really, congratulations.
If you do feel like giving it to us, though,
Feel free to just.
exactly,
Yes.
especially that R100 gift voucher when
Yes.
they can download
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Wait. Let me just stand here. Facebook.com/learnextras, where you can get me on Facebook, sorry. Twitter, our handle is @LearnExtra. And remember, you can download the show notes, the videos, and the schedules on learnextra.co.za/live. I will post everything on our Facebook page. So, Llewellyn.
Shake it. Check how she leaves us with a star. That chick's hot. Woo. Now, we are going to do exam questions. Now, we're going to go through it. I'm going to help. I'm going to try my best to make you understand it. Now, with the grade 10s a few minutes ago, what I did was, without them even knowing, I went along and I made mistakes. On purpose, of course. I made mistakes. People in SMS, they came on Facebook and said, hold on, whoa.
Hello there, Mindsetters, grade 11s. It is your time. Wednesday is, and you're still hanging out with Looney and Lulu. How are you doing?
All right, and yourself, hello grade 10s. I'm sure you're still here for a reason.
Yes, because right now we have our first lucky draw for the Learn Extra exam marathon competition. So I'm gonna walk. Watch me while I walk.
Watch you while you walk. Walk it, girl. Oh, can I hold one?
Okay,
Which one can I hold? I want to hold.
You hold, because I want to
one.
hold
I
this
got
one.
the present.
So this is what we're giving away, guys. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8. And we're gonna shake. Let's shake.
How come I get the light thing and you get the heavy thing?
Because this is the precious prize.
I can shake so much.
Okay, let's. Okay. Are you ready?
No, you can't look.
Okay, I won't look.
Yeah,
I won't. Okay, let's go back to back.
You got to put your hand in there. Let go. Shake it. Stir it around. Girl,
Okay.
Stir it around.
Okay.
Bring out a name.
Okay. Whew. And
Seesaw. Seesaw. Cause disease. Yeah. So, that's got to be true. Okay. Next one. They are the simplest known organisms. I'll get back to you on that one. Definitely. Next one. They have the ability to reproduce. Oh, of course. I mean, that's why we get sick, because they reproduce a lot quicker. Right, next one. They cause disease. Of course they cause disease. That's why they're a virus. We know this. Okay, so it's between the top two. They are living cells, which are parasites, and they are the simplest known organisms. Hold on. Hit the brakes there. The simplest known organism in my case, and the one I've learnt about, and the one in your textbooks, and the one you know, and the one Looney's going to guess, right, is your... Tell me.
bacteria.
Clever girl! Bacteria! Wow! So it can't be that one. So, what do you... It says here, which of the following is not applicable? They are living cells which are parasites. Hold on. Some of you have said no, but they're dead cells. They're not cells. They're not classified as living. Prove it. Okay? That is the problem. I've got a friend that says that bacteria, that's not how it's done. This is wrong. That is wrong. At least I know you guys are thinking and you're on your toes. So beware. Trust me, I'm doing it for a reason. Okay, concentrate and make sure you stay with us. Right, here we go. Biodiversity of plants and animals. This becomes a difficult section. Right, so let's have a look. Here we go. Now, what I've done is I've put a couple of multiple choice questions, right? Put a couple of multiple choice questions. I've put a couple of long questions. So make sure you understand it. I'm going to show you how to answer it because it's multiple guess, right? Which you know, you guess the answers, you guys. I never do. I think about it. I'll show you how to think about it properly. Right, so here we go. Question 1.1.1. Which of the following is not... Oof. When it starts off that I can't get the color to write, then you know, right? Is not. Can you see how it's in capital? Means it's not part of it. Right, so here we go. Is not applicable for viruses. Okay, so let's go through it carefully. Number A, they are living cells which are parasites. Okay, they could be parasites, they could be living. Wait. Next one,